Good morning.
Mike finally showed up. He's working out this morning, as you can see.
Nope, not yet. I'm going to work out later.
Okay.
I couldn't get on the 5 a.m. List. I was
for Orange.
I was waitlisted, and I moved from number 8 to number 7 by about 5 to 5. So I thought, well, it doesn't look like I'm going to make that. So I thought I'd go out 9:45 today.
Yeah, I almost got my garage cleaned out.
Oh,
did everything else outside. Moved back the pergola.
Yeah, the pergola.
Pergola.
It's back in the backyard. You've got Pebble Tech in and water, or are you waiting on an inspection?
We're waiting on the fence to go back up. We had to wait to move the pergola out of my neighbor's backyard to put the fence up. So
gotcha.
Hopefully they're putting the fence up today
and replanting the destroyed garden.
No, I doubt they're going to do that. But anyway, hopefully they'll probably come in and say, okay, well, here's a post because it's got a concrete overnight.
Right.
We'll be back tomorrow to put the rest up.
They do have that quick-crete which you
I know.
Do in the morning, and in the afternoon you can start setting.
I know, but they had other stuff to do, like go home.
Yeah,
you know how they are.
Siesta.
Yeah. All right. Before we lose anybody today, I want to talk about a couple of different things: where we are in the market, what's going on in real estate. So don't run away.
I know how to hear. I know the real estate part.
I know you do.
What's going on in the market?
Bonds are all over the place again. It's just going to be that way for a while here. There's some. The biggest thing is out this week. We got a lot of. We got Case-Shiller coming out, FHFA house pricing index, new home sales, pending sales, and GDP for the third quarter. All that good stuff's coming out. So, that's this week. So we're going to have some major changes in the market throughout the week. So if you're happy with the rate today, I lock it today. You can always move to a different investor. Oh, I'm sorry, that's brokers. Anyway, next.
Next.
The reason I brought that up is because there was an article, we look for news for today, and it was how mortgage brokers were blamed for the crisis they didn't create. That was in 2008. We were blamed for the thing that happened so that the bank could take everybody back. Remember how they took all the housing back, and then they go, okay, it was the brokers who did this. So
I thought they blamed the appraisers, and that's why Frank Dodd came around.
No, that was WAMU. So WAMU did that. I don't know if you know. That's actually cost. They actually told everybody, the appraisers, you're going to bring this in overvalue, or we're not going to use you.
Right.
And they did, and then they were like, okay, well, that was us. That was the broker guys doing it. No, that was WAMU, and that's when that idiot in New York, what's his name? That was just, oh God, what's that guy that started that Dodd-Frank and HVAC?
The name is coming in. My mind is Bernanke, and I don't think that's right.
No, it's not him. It was the guy that was the mayor or governor of New York that just recently is no longer there. The guy that
Giuliani,
his brother was Cuomo.
Oh, Cuomo.
Yeah,
his brother's an idiot, and so is he. Yeah.
His brother likes to walk around nude so people can take pictures of him.
Right.
Yeah. And if you had a micro penis, I wouldn't do that.
Well, maybe he's proud of his micro penis. You got to be proud of what you got.
That's right. Stick it around.
Wave it. A bit of news I read this morning, or I listened to this morning, was, hey, we might have a new reservoir by 2031. Ooh,
right.
Moving like fast light. Grease lightning.
That's probably the one we approved in 2018 or 17. Huh?
Yeah, in Calusa. Called the Sites Reservoir.
Yeah, that one's was already approved a long time ago.
I know. Well, they're working on it.
Yeah, well, they're working on stopping it. Watch.
Well, the environmentalists want to see such high river flows. Oh, come on, guys. You know what? When those frogs, those red-legged frogs get wet, they move to higher ground.
Well, the problem is when we didn't have water and we didn't have the dams, the rivers would go dry and all that stuff would die.
Yeah.
So, and they figured a way to do that, the fish before. So now we have dams and we have to release water for them, which is a lie, but they just want us to release water. So we have issues with water and fire so that they can always go to the federal government for money.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a vicious circle.
All right. How's real estate today?
This weekend, today, you know what? Today, very few listings. This weekend, it seemed to be very busy out there. I was watching the Inter-Googles and looking at all the open houses and all the agents bragging about how many people had come through their open houses. And a new listing on the market, and Brandy and Cheryl in my office, who are awesome at open houses, held it open.
Didn't you have open house yourself?
Yeah,
okay.
they held open house over the weekend and got a fair amount of people through. Not a ton on Saturday, but a better amount on
that's Sunday.
Be Sunday. That's the day after. I wanted to say Friday for some reason, but I think that's just because of my stroke.
You just want to get to Friday.
Yeah, I just want to get to Friday.
I do too, because maybe by then I'll have water in my pool.
You might. You've already set all the equipment, right?
Yeah, everything's set.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then, of course, they didn't have the change order in to put the panel on my house instead of the pole.
What?
Because when you have a limited size backyard, you need to manipulate certain things. And
right.
I'm like, put that panel on my house, and we agreed to it, but the change order didn't get
got signed.
Yeah.
Never got.
You know how those things
created.
Work. Yeah.
Yep. Out of sight, out of mind. Forget to put it down on paper.
And it doesn't happen.
So interest rates are just kind of going to be jumpy all week, you think?
Yeah, they're going to be here and there and here and there like they've been doing. But the positive thing is a lot of the Fed governors, the people that's attached to the Fed, was saying they think that they went a little too fast and they think they should slow down and not do much more. Just take a little watch and see that.
Don't be overreactive.
They've already was overreactive. Right. First we didn't react at all. And then now it's like, it's like you raise a kid and you don't teach him anything, and then he gets into trouble, and
and then you want to overcorrect, and the kid's like this. What?
And that's where we are in the market. So the kid is the market.
Yep.
And, Did that work for everybody?
They're the kind of adults. It's a good analogy. It makes sense to me. Yeah. Hey, you want to talk about this book you?
Oh yeah, I threw you a book over. The Go for Stupid by Steve D. Sims. It just came out last week. I actually went to his book launch party. I have a copy, but mine's signed.
Oh, how cool are you?
I'm not that cool.
I could sign this one.
Yeah, I can sign that one for you too.
I know.
So I wanted you to have that, read it. And if you guys don't know who Steve D. Sims is, check him out. He's got some really different take on it. He's not a normal business person, and that's what's great about it. He looks at things differently.
Well, I think this is an interesting title because a lot of people call me stupid. So now he's telling them to go for me.
Is that what it is? I don't think anybody calls you stupid. Maybe you did as a kid.
Well,
yeah. Stupid is stupid
does.
All right, what else we got to talk about? What's going on this
pending
week?
Sales are staying fairly stable. They're still happening all across the nation, I think.
I wanted to say one thing to your last weekend. I've had more people reach out to me this last weekend than I've had before.
Yeah,
people who are pretty qualified and they were nervous about the market. And they're like, "I have this deal, found this deal. So this is the listing we want to do now."
Exactly.
And people are realizing, get the house.
Yep.
Date the rate. Marry the price.
Be careful how you say that.
Yes, I said slow.
Date the rate.
Yeah. Don't do the other thing.
No, not reverse.
Yeah, that's wrong.
You could rate the date if you want to.
Yeah.
Well, she was a 10 or he was a 10.
Was that a Modesto 10
or they were a
LA 10?
Yeah. Doesn't really matter. It's still 10, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
I might be a Modesto 10, but I'm definitely not an LA 10.
So the art of achieving ridiculous goals, it sounds like a pretty enticing thing.
Go for it.
That means you have to have goals, right?
Well, everybody surely does.
Yeah.
Don't you all?
Sometimes mine's just lunch.
Yeah, whatever. You say that.
Yeah.
You have a plan. Yeah, to get up every morning.
Yeah, that is one plan,
Yeah, my plan is to get my house back in order, but we got at least another week to 2 weeks before we can do that.
Wow.
Because we got that bathroom being remodeled, right?
At the same time. Why don't you just do it all at once?
We did.
I know.
And hopefully the window people don't show up next week.
And when they're trying to put the fence up?
No,
they'll get the fence up this week, don't you think?
Yeah, all that will be done this week.
The weather looks like it's going to be nice.
Because if they can't, I'm going to go get somebody for a couple $100 and get that fence put up.
Hey, I cleaned out my gutters from the top of the roof this weekend, and it's always fun. My neighbors always say, "Hey, Mike, it's always fun to see a 61-year-old man on his roof with a gas-powered blower strapped to his back, blowing out his gutters."
Gas-powered, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's not outlawed yet, I don't think. I think I'd probably fall if I had a damn electric one up there, unless it was battery operated.
Get caught on the cord and everything.
Caught on the cord.
Unplugged all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. And yell at your wife, "Help me, move those plugs."
I can't hear you. You're on your own.
So it's a Monday. Make it a great week. Please.
Make it an amazing week, because I think it's going to be.
It's getting better. Stop listening to everything. You just need to get your house We'll get you refinanced in a year or two. I know a lot of the news people are saying this is what we're saying, and we're taking advantage. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to explain to you. Next year, everybody thinks rates are going to be in the 5s, which sounds high again, but that's really means FHA is going to be in the 4s, conventional in the 5s. That's a great rate. That's 2% lower than we are right now for a lot of the rates.
And guess what home values are going to do?
They're going to stay the same in California.
They'll stay fairly the same, but they'll rise a little bit because once you start putting a few more buyers in the market, you're going to have competition again. We still don't have supply, so
we don't have much competition right now.
Yep.
Well, you're right, because I keep saying 1% each time. 1% is at least 2.5 million people back in the market, because we went up 4%. We probably took out 12 million people. So you figured those numbers out. You can figure it out yourself. Yeah,
you'll have all those people back in the market. And guess what? If you didn't do it this year, you're going to be competing again next year.
Right. And then you're going to go, God, I wish I would have done it back then when Ed and Mike was saying that.
Yeah.
And I can get you a bunch of quotes from many people who are saying you're going to look back at this time and it's the best time to buy. You got Grant Cardone saying it.
Yep.
Even though I don't agree with everything he says.
Well, no.
And then the other guy,
Dave Ramsey,
who I definitely don't agree with 90% of the stuff he says, but I agree with that one.
Yeah.
But he's big. So they're all saying it because everybody's afraid. And that's when people don't want to buy real estate. When everybody says walk away from it, that is the time you buy it.
Right.
And that's what most people don't understand.
Yeah. Just like when the stock market's crashing, that's the perfect time to purchase.
Well, it makes opportunities for people like they would not understand, and people are run from it, and that would make opportunity for other people. Right now, there is so much cash on the sidelines in the stock market. Almost the most it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just waiting for that more. Come on, drop some more. No, it's not going to. All right, go back in.
I was listening to a little interview with Rich Dad Poor Dad author
Kawasaki.
I want to say Kawasaki, but is that his name?
Guy Kawasaki.
Okay, it is Kawasaki. I thought there was an R in there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, he thinks that the stock market, impending stock market crash, is going to be the worst that we've ever seen in our entire lives. He's a lot smarter than me, so maybe he's right, but I don't see it.
I don't know. It's so you have a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, on everything.
Everything. I can say this market is at the bottom, and we're on our way up.
Mm-hmm.
You could say the other way, and we're covered.
Yep. You know what? I think it's at the top, and it's on its way down. Go ahead. You say the other.
I already did.
Okay.
All right. So,
all right. Make it a great week. We'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah. And I want to talk. We need to get somebody again about 1031 exchange, because I had somebody reach out to me. They're selling the property because a lot of people are selling their Airbnbs and stuff like that. I'm going to buy something else, but they really don't know what to buy. So I was talking about the Delaware statutory trusts that are out there that you can put your money into in the meantime. And then eventually, once you find something, then you can take your money out and buy, because you can transfer out of that afterwards. So
exactly.
There's a lot of ways. So don't pay the government when you don't need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Look what they do with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Waste, just stockpile it, hold it against us. All right,
I'll bring some stats in on Monday.
Monday.
Oh my God,
Wednesday.
Yeah,
it's
Wednesday will be my third Monday.
All right, everybody, make it a great day.